Wildlife watch. That's probably where the huntsmen are. You can see pythons. Wonder if we'll see any crocodiles, guys. We have supposedly entered the croc trap. We have arrived in Palm Cove. We're at Gilligan's in Cairns. I have woken up in Port Douglas this morning. Yesterday was pretty much a big travel day and then just getting dinner. We left home at 6 a.m. and then drove to Brisbane, dropped the car off in Brisbane, got a shuttle bus to the airport. The flight was 2 hours from Brisbane, 2 hours and 10 minutes I think. And then we picked up our hire car, which was a little bit of a sketchy drive. And then we drove the hire car from Cairns to Port Douglas. And now we are going to a cafe that we saw on the water to grab a coffee and breakfast. And then we're going to this place today, I think. Is that where we're going? Or the Sheraton?
Yeah, that one.
So we're going to this place today to play golf at 10:40, to play 9 holes. And it seems like really, well, when we drive past we can see it and it looks really pretty, but I'll show you guys once we get there. But also no one is allowed to walk the course, like you have to have buggies. Yeah, you might be able to see some buggies in a second. Yeah. But yeah, it looks really nice and everyone has to have a buggy. Like it seems really, I mean it is a bit of expensive. It's 120 for 9 holes, 120 per person for 9 holes. But so far I really like Port Douglas. It feels like really tropical, clean. Go to Cairns tomorrow and then we stay at Gilligan's, but we have like a private room with a private bathroom, and then we stay there until Wednesday and then we fly back home. So far so good. Looks and smells really good. After brekkie we went for a bit of a walk along, what's the beach called? 4 Mile Beach. So beautiful. And then this is the resort we're staying at. It's called Ramada by, I'll put it on the screen, can't pronounce it, but this is what I mean by like it gives me the Bali vibe. Like so gorgeous and so tropical. And then we're just gonna go check out the pool area. Stunning. David! Oh wow, this looks nice. Oh Dave! Oh look, there's my web. Oh my god. They advertise huntsman's here. Oh Dave! Yes, we had this at school. I'm terrified, I've got a freaking huntsman on me. They have like this big board being like, oh, what you can see in the gardens, huntsmen. Like, no, you just do that because you don't want to get pest control in, Duff. I think we have breakfast included.
Huh?
I think we have breakfast included.
Sure.
I think we do. Oh wow, they have like beach yoga, gardening club, kids movies, Sunday market. That's so good. Oh, they've got the rugby on. It's so nice. It's a spa house. You can go have massages. Wildlife watch. That's probably where the huntsmen are. And frogs and snakes. What? This can't be legal. No. I'm not supportive of this. Wildlife watch. You can see pythons. Surely not. That can't be legal.
Tree snakes are not dangerous.
I don't want to see a tree snake, thank you.
I'll look for one.
Men versus women. Got my hands full. I can't run for my life if I need to.
It's so much more to this resort than we thought.
I know. I guess yesterday we were just so tired. When we arrived, we had the biggest lecture of our life of all the things about the resort, and we were just pooped after 8 hours of travel. We both zoned out, so we didn't really hear anything that they said. So that's why we're so shocked right now. So Dave's gonna go put his boardies on, and then I'm just gonna relax by the pool. Guys, I just realized why this place reminds me so much of Bali, because we're staying at the same resort as the one in Bali. I was like to Dave, oh my god, that bridge over the pool looks so like that's what they had in Bali. And he was like, yeah, because we're at the same resort. That makes so much sense. David's in the water. I don't know where this bar is, but I assume it's somewhere. I think it's there. We've arrived at the golf course and it is very fancy. They put ice in our bucket for our water and our little coconut water and our chocolate. And the golf cart was already packed with Dave's little kit. But we did just see a sign, driving the buggy, we did just see a sign that said crocodiles inhabit this area and injury can, and it can cause serious injury or death. Like, okay, thanks for the warning. Number one. I'll film his shots so he can look back on them, know what he did wrong. Wonder if we'll see any crocodiles, guys. That'd be pretty cool if we do. David? He told me he's gotten better.
Huh?
I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. Am I allowed to go in the grass here? That was a pretty good shot. I don't know if you guys could see that ball, but I think you'll be happy with that. Were you happy with that one?
Happier than the first.
That was pretty good. Look at this funny bird. What is that?
Got a ball section, isn't it?
Yeah. It's really out here in the wild. We've decided, we've had an executive meeting and we're going to put the filming on hold until he warms up. We're thinking it might be putting him off. We'll see you at the 5th hole. The 3rd hole, and I could hear the waves, so I walked up this little hill, and if I get close enough with the camera, because it's a GoPro I can't zoom in, but that is literally the beach right there. Like, I can hear the waves. That is the beach, and that's our hole. Unreal. Also, Dave is doing a lot better now, so the camera might come out again soon. You pay an extra $20 to be able to do 18 holes if you change your mind after doing 9 holes. So we're going to pay the $20 and then do 18 holes, which is really good because I am very much enjoying myself in this little buggy. So nice and peaceful. We have supposedly entered the croc trap, it's saying. I was going to take a photo as well. We lost all of our balls in the water, and then we thought the day was pretty much over, and we'll driving the little cart past this section with like where the creek was, and we just see hundreds of golf balls. So Dave like climbed down this little section and we got as many as we could quickly, and then quickly got out of there. But there was no crocs.
For 1 under in the final.
I am exhausted. Oh no, Dave.
Good way to end.
There were some ups, there were some downs.
Yeah.
Now we're all done. and ready to go back to the resort, get some lunch, have a swim, relax for a few hours before probably popping out and grabbing some dinner. Good morning. We are leaving Port Douglas today. It is, don't mind my jumper strangling me, it is 8:53 in the morning on Monday, and we're just cleaning up, well, we have already cleaned up our hotel room and packed our bags, and now we're going to drive back to Cairns, which is like an hour and 15-ish minutes, drop our current hire car, we're gonna pick up our new hire car, drop off our old hire car, and then probably just chill around Cairns. I really want to go check out the Cairns Esplanade Lagoon and see what that's like. It is a little bit overcast today, but hopefully the sun peeps through so we can chill by the pool. And yeah, it'll just be good to explore Cairns. We might even, after picking up the new hire car and before we can check in to our accommodation, we might even go to, oh, what was that place called?
What?
The beach, Palm Cove. We'll see how we go today, but we might go to Palm Cove if we have some time to see what Palm Cove is like. So yeah, saying bye to Port Douglas today, which is very sad because I really, really liked Port Douglas. Sunday to Sunday, I'm here when you're weak. We have arrived in Palm Cove, and first impressions, it is beautiful. I don't know if you can hear me over the wind. Wow, look at that little mountain over there. The wind is winding right now, but first impressions, I really like Palm Coves. The road is like, the road to drive up to the beach is like all, not pebble, like brick road. And everything looks really clean and well kept. Big fan already. This is the brick road I was trying to describe before. It just feels really, really nice. Like super clean, well kept. Like first impressions would be, if you're wanting something like, I don't know, it feels sort of like, I've never been to Hawaii, but it just feels like if you want a very peaceful getaway by the beach, not too crazy, sort of a little bit of a overseas vibe, Palm Cove. Like look at all these beautiful trees, palm trees. So gorgeous. This is the shopping, Palm Cove shopping village. It looks really cute. So you can swim in the beaches, or like it's advised to swim in the beaches in like the flag section, because I think they have, I don't know if you can see, but there's like these little balls in the water, and I think that's where they must have the nets to keep the crocs away. So it seems like lots of people are swimming in this section. We're at Gilligan's in Cairns, and they're doing like a reptile show. And I think we might get the lizard over to us, but I'm not sure.
So just so that everyone can see for a second, do you know what these holes on the side of the head are? Does anyone know what yeah.
About 6-7 years old now.
Wow.
As you can see, tail does look very much like
he shedding?
No, but Jasper up the front is, which is why I am not bringing him around.
But a lot of massive cruise ship has pulled up to Cairns, and it is gigantic. It's the Carnival. Wow. We just got brekkie on our our last full day in Cairns because we head home. We have to be at the airport at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So we're going to play golf today. Last night we went to the driving range. I think we're going to the same golf course today. It was I think it's just called the Cairns Golf Club. And I hit my first, I'll insert the video here on the screen, but I hit my first 75, was it, Dave?
Yeah.
Hit my first 75 a couple times. Like, it wasn't just a once off. I had, for some reason, something came over my body and I was able to hit it, but I do have a little battle scar on my finger. My fingers are too soft from not playing golf before. But yeah, we're gonna go play, I think, 9 holes now. The weather is a little bit crappy at the moment, but that's okay. This golf course says they stay open even if it's raining. So for those who are traveling to Cairns and do want to play golf, I'll put the name up on the screen.
Quick, get one. Oh no.
Oh, look again!
Huh? What?
Try to get it in. Let me try. That was naughty. Okay, we just finished ice hockey. I absolutely suck, but we've got 420 credit on our little card at the end of it, and this is where Dave has brought me. 420, we could get so many.
You get 6 of those.
Of these? Do you want 6 of those? Let's get a few twists.
That's 120.
So how many could I, like, lollies?
You can only afford.
Maybe put my...
That's all I can afford.
Okay, let's do that then. Do we go over here? Okay, we're back home. Probably not the ending of the video that you're expecting, but do I have an update for you? You're probably wondering why the vlogging went a little bit downhill once we got to Cairns. This might be an unpopular opinion, might throw a little bit of controversy out there, but I don't think Cairns was for me. If I'm being totally black and white, transparent with you guys, which I would always want to be, Palm Cove and Port Douglas were the highlights of our trip. Like, we genuinely had the best time. It was so much fun. If I could redo it, I would have stayed. Our trip was 4 nights, 5 days long. And yeah, if I could redo it and go back in time, I would stay 3 nights in Port Douglas and 1 night in Palm Cove. And I think that's purely just based on Dave and I's personal interest, because Dave and I personally weren't overly interested in doing the tours and everything that people usually would do when going to Cairns. And I think if you're going to Cairns with the plan of just staying there, like sleeping at a hotel, a safe hotel at night, and then going during the day on like an organized tour with like a group of people, then I think by all means, like if you really want to go see the Great Barrier Reef and if you really want to go on like some good croc tours and stuff like that, definitely would recommend. However, Dave and I didn't have any of those tours booked or planned. Yeah, we just spent a little bit too long in Cairns. Personally, I did not feel safe in Cairns, which was something that I actually wasn't prepared for and no one had warned me about. Like, all the vlogs I had watched and like even on like when I was looking on TikTok and stuff like that, like nothing like stood out to me like, oh, I've got to be a little bit cautious, or like I might be a little bit scared at times, like be careful at night time sort of thing. I had no prep in terms of any of that. And yeah, I was really shocked when I first arrived in Cairns. We had to drive through Cairns to go to Port Douglas, and the taxi, like, it wasn't even a taxi, it was like a shuttle bus through the hire car company, was so sketchy. Like, I don't know, I don't want to like assume too much, but I definitely felt as though potentially the driver was on some sort of substance or something. I'm not sure, but I didn't feel safe. It was a little bit like, in the moment, Dave and I were like having a bit of a giggle, but like, yeah, it definitely like wasn't your normal shuttle bus ride. And like, I feel like anyone would feel a little bit scared in that situation, or like a little bit like, not scared, but like a bit nervous and a bit like, I might just check the maps and make sure like we're going to the right place sort of feeling, which is something you don't want to feel when you land in a new place on holiday and it's through a hire car company. You would expect it to be a little bit more professional, a little bit more like safe feeling, a bit more welcoming, rather than the experience we had. So the start of the trip was already like off to a little bit of like a interesting start. And then we just like sort of laughed it off, and then we drove through Cairns to get to Port Douglas, and we stopped to get some food quickly at like a fish and chip shop. The amount of graffiti that was around, and like, yeah, it was different to what I had seen online. Like, it didn't look the same as what I had seen online, and that's why I just thought it was really important to just jump on here at the end of this vlog and just sort of explain, like, yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. And like, if you are watching this because you have a trip coming up to Cairns, or you want to organize a trip coming up to Cairns, just, yeah, be aware of that, and just know that like, particularly at night time, it doesn't always feel safe, and just be aware, and maybe be a little bit more prepared than Dave and I were, in the sense of like having tours and stuff booked throughout the day. That way you're not just in the city all day. Cut a long story short, I didn't feel the safest in Cairns, and it wasn't what I expected. I'm just sharing my views and my experience, just in case you haven't heard people share that before or whatever. Like, you might have a completely different experience to me, but yeah, I wasn't too fond on Cairns, but I absolutely loved Port Douglas and Palm Cove, and would definitely suggest staying in Port Douglas or Palm Cove and then basing your trip and your tours around those areas. But yeah, I just thought to jump on and share our highlight. I hope you enjoyed watching our little getaway, and until next time, thank you all for watching. Mwah!